Kent Bazemore, come on down. What's up, guys? I'm back. This video is about another failed NBA marriage. I tell you guys all the time, man, don't get with the chick that you like, get with the chick that likes you. It's that simple. So this brother, he then got married and don't know if it's true or not, but it's on the internet. His wife divorced him as soon as he retired. So as soon as he retired, his wife went on ahead and divorced him. He got to come off 2 M's. And you got to pay her $5,000 a month for child support. Now, in the comment section, I'm actually somewhat surprised on the response from people. A lot of people are level-headed with their response, and some is like, the typical person, as far as responding to something that's bad. But I'm gonna say this: it's a lot of black women in the comment section that actually was level-headed with their response. So they were saying like, well, you just chose the wrong white woman. You need to find the right white woman. I'm like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. And you had some people that's like, oh yeah, that was your kid, like me. I tell you guys all the time, athletes and rappers are the biggest idiots, the biggest simps ever, bro. Like I said, money is gonna expose who you really are. Like, if you're poor, typically a lot of people they can't beat themselves. They can't beat themselves because poverty is keeping them from doing so. But if they come across some money, that's when they show who they really are. So that's just reality, bro. But those guys are the biggest. So I tell you guys all the time, I used to be around them back in the day. A lot of them have low self-esteem, because I tell you guys all the time, money won't get the female to like you. Money won't get the females to respect you. Because at the end of the day, when they get around these rappers, these females, a lot of, especially if they out there for real, they pros, they've been around everybody. They know everybody, been around the block multiple times. They know what it is. But once they get around these rappers, and right away they realize, okay, this dude is dumb as a rock. He has low self-esteem. He's a fun boy. And he ain't got nothing, it's nothing for us to talk about. So don't think because you see women hang around these guys that for some reason they just dumb. No. You got a lot of them. They got a good head on their shoulder. They just the lifestyle they chose. Now whether they sleeping around or whether they trying to level up, whatever, that's their lifestyle. That's what they doing. But don't think that just because she out there punching the pavement, she don't know what the hell going on. She don't know how to what a fake pink slip is, or how a fake watch look like. Nah, because she been in the industry for so long. She been around the block. She didn't talk to everybody and anybody. She knows the ins and out of that industry. This is what it is. So a lot of times when they get around these celebrities, they either talk to them or they just in that group and listen to them talk, and they understand, okay, this dude is dumb as hell. He's a crackhead. Most of them, especially the new ones now, they just gay crackheads for some reason. I don't know what it is, but they both. That's all there is to it. So whenever I see a celebrity, well, not a celebrity, but an athlete, and they get divorced, and it's always a white woman, it's like, not saying all white women are like that. Just be honest, like, not all women are like that. You just have to, at the end of the day, you have to, I tell you all the time, if you're going to do all that, the family thing, wait until after you retire. Because that's when the fall off happens anyway, as soon as you retire. Because guess what? It's not the fact that, okay, like, you don't have any money, which a lot of them don't have any money because they be blowing their money. But it's the fact that, okay, now I can't be in the limelight the same. They can't be courtside, and while you playing the game, they over there uploading on social media. You no longer doing that. They still can do courtside, but it's not the same. You're not in the game no more. So of course, when you no longer playing, your fame at the beginning, it won't fizzle out. Of course, depending on who you are, right? But as time go on, your fame will fizzle out. You won't have that same star power. That's just reality. So the best thing for you to do if you're an athlete, just wait till after you retire, when you retire, to get married, if you want to do that. But you guys need to stop getting with these females the same year you get drafted. You wasn't with her at all through school. She don't stay in your neighborhood, nothing, bro. You don't know her parents, but all of a sudden, you get with her the same day you get drafted. That doesn't make any sense. And you already know what it is. All of them, bro, all of them, I don't care what you say. All of them are simps. They don't have them sign no prenup. They don't have them sign no papers. They don't. So that guy, he's going through, he got to deal with it. Luckily, it's $5,000 a month. You know, if he has the money, I don't know what his contract. I never heard of him, but I don't know what his contract was. But he should have the money to be able to just pay it off, you know, within that year. Just go ahead and just get rid of it. So if they have the money to go ahead and do it, because you know, $5,000 a month is like, all right, bro, like that's good. Like compared to what I normally hear from these athletes, we gotta pay for child support and you know alimony and all that crap like that. Him paying up $2 million, and then he just got to pay you know, I'm gonna say measly $5K, because you know, I'm assuming he's a multi-millionaire. I'm just gonna put that out there. So with that being said, he should already have the money to really pay it all at one time. But you know, if anything, pay large chunks of it. But you know, I don't know his contract, but I was surprised when I seen a black female say, "Okay, you just got with the wrong white woman. You need to find the right one." You know, of course, you had a lot of people saying that's why you got to give it to day one. I'm gonna say this too. And this does make sense, because you gotta understand these guys, you know, they going through middle school, you know, high school, college and stuff like that. So the chance of them finding a good looking woman, if anything, a woman that's in shape, a young woman that's in shape is very high. I tell you guys all the time, like if you're a fat back and you in your prime, that's donezo. You know what I mean? You drop the ball tremendously. You should not be in that situation, because you're only gonna be in your prime for so long. You can't go back. This is reality. So the fact that you in high school and then you go to college, and then the girl you with is, or you know, even middle school. You know, some guys they've been knowing this a chick since elementary, but you know, really start to ramp up when you get in high school, and then you got college, and then you go from there. But the chance of you finding your girl that you with, that's in high school and then in college, that's in shape. You know what I mean? Whether I'm gonna say this too. A lot of y'all guys get so fixed on looks. Like you want her to look like this person on social media. Like, bro, that's nothing but a whole lot of surgeries and a whole lot of filters and a whole lot of makeup. So if you level head, that's a lot of, you know, let's be honest, nothing against them, but a lot of them been raised by their mama. So they don't know how to actually get what to look for as far as a girl that's trying to get over them or anything like that. So that's why they get duped. That's why the parents who's racist, oh, go get that N-word, you know, go and they'll stick their daughter on him, hope that he makes it, you know, to the league, and then that way they can drain his resources. At the end of the day, they just want your resources. Like all of a sudden, the week that you about to get drafted, you meet a dainty little white woman, like the same week, like you ain't never seen her anywhere on campus. Nowhere on campus. You ain't know she go. Matter of fact, she don't even go to your damn school. She in two colleges, you know, two cities over. And all of a sudden she pop up in your life, bro, the same week you about to get drafted. That's strange to me. But again, a lot of them guys been raised by their mama. They don't know what it is to, you know, they'll have the experience as far as finding a chick that's trying to use them. They don't know what that is. And then on top of that, you know, they've been brainwashed to think white is better, which is weird to me. I understand there's a lot of problems in the, you know, with the black females. I understand that, but they ain't all of them. And keep in mind, like, these dudes, you know, majority of them that be going to these damn colleges, they be going to good colleges, bro. They be going to upper middle class and higher colleges. They not going to them community, nothing against community college, but they ain't going to no damn community college in the ghetto, bro. Like, no, they going to a legit, you know, college, a 5-star college, 4-star college. So the quality of women is going to be different compared to you going to a neighborhood college. That's just reality. So I know it's a lot of self-hate, and it's a lot of self-hate in other communities too, but we're going to stick with the black people / brown. I know that's what it is. So whenever I see a black guy and he automatically got a white girl, it's like, okay, who you was with in high school, homie? Because that's really going to tell me everything about you. Now, if she's with you in high school, that's different. That's different. But if you with her, in 2 weeks, you've been with her for 2 weeks in college, in your last year of college, you about to get drafted, that tell me everything about you, bro. It's like, okay, you not a legit person. Like, you got with the first white woman that ran up to you, because if it was that serious, you would already have a girlfriend, like, the first year of college. That's reality. I understand you probably came from another city or state. Okay, I'll give you that. But still, it's like, there's always a white woman. I'm gonna say this too, it's all black athletes not married to white women. That's just what the media portrays. That's all it is to it, man. That's all it is to it. So, you know, when I see that, it's like, I understand it, but at the end of the day, it's like, how long you been with her? They're gonna tell me everything about her. So I tell you guys all the time, man. Matter of fact, I was with one of my brother's homeboys from high school. His brother was in college, and he was playing. I think he was a running back. He was a running back, and they was at his mom. They was at the mom house for the holidays, for the holiday weekend. We was over there, we met him and chilled with him, and he had a white girlfriend. I'm like, okay, you know, that looks about right. And he was talking about, yeah, man, like this year I'm a try to get drafted. You know, he was telling us about his stats and all that stuff like that. I'm like, cool, bro, cool. He was watching some of his videos. I'm like, cool. Keep in mind, you know, we not in the industry, bro. We not in the NFL. We not agents. We not none of that, bro. We don't know nobody in the NFL. We just regular people. So we don't know. We going out what he telling us. You know what I mean? We don't know the requirements and nothing like that. So we was chilling. You know, his white girlfriend was at his parents' house chilling. Then, like as time went on, like the drafting season, whatever like that, like we didn't keep up with it. So anyway, he came back. And he didn't have, guess what? His white girlfriend wasn't there. Why? Because he didn't get drafted. And he can't, instead of coming back with a white girlfriend, he came back with a black girlfriend. So that also let me know, you know, what kind of person he was. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, you're not real. You know what I mean? You're not real, bro. Like for you to let us know self-consciously that a black woman is a downgrade, that's terrible. It's like, bro, like if that was the case, you should have been with her. You know what I mean? You should have been with her instead of the white girl, because apparently she got, you know, she with you after. You know what I mean? I don't know if he told her something like, oh, I'm gonna try again next year to get drafted, and she jumped on the bandwagon. I don't know, but he never got drafted. You know what I mean? They said that he was too small or something. It was something as far as his appearance, because it wasn't his playing skills. He was saying that the recruiter saying he was too small. And I'm like, well, damn, you know, it is what it is. You can't change that. So, you know, he went off into the regular world, looking for a job and stuff like that. But yeah, so you know, it's not the actual skin color of the female. It's who she is as a person. Y'all don't. That's the thing. They don't take time because I tell you guys all the time. Females trying to trick you. They always gonna try to love bomb you. What do you mean by love bomb, AMA? Just give you easy sex. They just try to give you sex. You know, unlimited blowjobs. You know, always blowing up your phone, they really care about you to the point that distracts the average dude. So they thinking that, oh, she really like me. Nah, bro. She don't know your last name. She don't know your favorite color. She don't know, you know what I mean, if you like the original Power Rangers, or you like Power Rangers, Power Rangers in space. She never asked none of them questions, bro. She don't know you. She just give you unlimited sex and blowjobs to keep you distracted. So that's just what it is. So again, you know, me personally, now if this was a different situation to where y'all just out in the world or whatever, you know, and then you so happen to find you a good job or start a business, and you know your woman, well, whether she look good to you or not, you have options. You know what I mean? Now you have better options. A lot of times, you know, dudes will get with females who's they're not physically attracted to. They just, oh, okay, she's my girl, she's nice, treat me right, but they'll overlook it. But they'll go ahead and just, you know, they'll just look at her appearance and be like, okay, I'll overlook it. Even though I prefer her not to be fat, I'll overlook it. She my girl. She always look out for me, all the other stuff like that. But, you know, them same guys, once they run across a better opportunity as far as, you know, because their income is going to always show, you know, it's going to reflect on the girl they with, the females they dealing with. So he possibly will come across a better job, or, you know, his business that took off. And now, that one thing that he didn't like about her is really bothering him, because guess what? Now he has options. Now he can, okay, now I can get the girl I really want. You know what I mean? So, and I'm gonna say this too, man. Like, when you do stuff like that, it's always gonna be a give and take. You can never find you can find a perfect girl for you, but there's no such thing as a perfect girl. So a lot of times when that happens, you always gonna sacrifice something, bro. I guarantee, like, the chick I was with, the one I told you about her aunt always controlling her. The only thing was wrong with her, well, it was two things wrong with her: her weight and her, her relatives always controlling her, mostly her aunt, always controlling her. Those are the only two things wrong with her. Like I said, she was a sweet little dirty little girl, but the weight thing, she actually started getting that in check. Like I say again, she listens, bro. She does that, no problem. So I knew I would spend more time with her, that we would got that in check. And then like the aunt thing, you know, we had to work on that, but that's the only two things wrong with her. Like I said, you can always nitpick and, oh man, I wish she was, you know, she was a little bit taller, or I wish she had a bigger butt, or you can always do that, bro. But that's not important. Like I said, at the end of the day, I know she had potential. Like, all I do is get her ass in the gym, start eating better, and then her body would have been right. You know what I mean? Like I said, she ain't had no kids, nothing like that. You know, when I was messing with her, So all that would have worked out. But I guarantee you, if I would have been okay, for some reason something happened, like okay, I came across some money or whatever, and I decided to stop messing with her and like go ahead and find another chick. Yeah, I can find another chick who's pretty, who's nerdy or whatever like that, and they probably are in shape. But guess what? It's a give and take, right? So, I'm taking that, but I'm to give something up. So, okay, well, she probably got all the same attributes, and then she probably just in shape, and she probably don't have somebody who's trying to control her life. But guess what? She probably got daddy issues, or she probably, she probably got mental issues. It's gonna be something, whether it's major or minor, bro. So keep that in mind. So if you find something and you satisfied with it, if you can make small adjustments, that's cool. But at the end of the day, no one's perfect. But if you don't want a fatback, bro, take out the time. Don't get a fatback, because at the end of the day, they're gonna look at. I'm gonna say this, bro. It's gonna hurt some feelings, but I'm telling you the truth. If you're a guy that's in shape, you're doing good financially, you got a nice car, all the other stuff, and you get with a fatback with no job, she probably got 2 baby daddies or whatever like that. That's typical. In the world, in the dating world, they typically have 2 baby daddies. I don't care how good you treat her. In the backup, at first she's gonna be excited. Oh, I gotta do. He got a job. She's gonna be excited at first, but as time go on, she'll get used to it. And guess what? She gonna look down on you, bro. But she gonna say at the end of the day, she gonna be like, I can do better, and that hurts a lot of people, because instead of you going after what you're supposed to be, dealing with the kind of female you're supposed to be dealing with, you settle in a bad way, and it's always gonna bite you in the butt. And on top of that, they're gonna try to level up off you. They're gonna start losing weight, some of the weight, and then they're gonna go cheat on you, and they're gonna go on about their day. So never do that, bro. So I'm telling you guys all the time, like I said, the chick I was with, all she had to do was just lose weight when she was working on that, and they had to work on telling her about her aunt and stop letting people control her. Other than that, I know I would have married her and had kids. It would have been it. I know that for a fact. But other than that, it didn't work out. But yeah, but at the end of the day, these people are in college. They should not be out of shape. So like again, I know the girls. If he even had a girlfriend, a lot of times guys they don't have time to really be dating. They be so caught up in their activity. Whatever sport they in, they focus on that. They don't really have time for that. But still, you can have girls that's friends, and you can move from there. So at the end of the day, it never surprised me. I don't think it's ever going to stop. Like I say, these companies, they have help for these young guys to know what to look out for and how to protect themselves. But a lot of them don't do that. They just, oh, I got me a white girl and life gonna be great. It's like, nah, bro. Like that's like saying it's only one kind of prostitute. Nah, you got Mexicans, Asian prostitutes. So they all it don't matter where they from. If they a terrible person or they live a certain life. That's what they gonna do. It's like a criminal, like, oh, a bank robber. All bank robbers are Russian dudes. I don't care how many times you watch Die Hard, bro. Like, it's plenty of bank robbers that's not Russian. So they they stereotyping people, and that's what happens when you stereotype people without getting to know them. But at the end of the day, that's just how it is. Like I tell you guys all the time, man. If you're an athlete, I don't care what she tells you, bro. Wait until when you retire to get married. Because if she really like you, she'll wait. Because keep in mind, the whole time, you in the league, you take care of her. Because I already know 10 out of 10, she ain't got no job, even though I don't like to hear that. But that's just me. She gonna have to do something like that. We can get a business started, and hey, go do that. Go keep yourself busy, bro. I don't leave you in the fucking house all day. You ain't doing nothing. Just spend my money. I'm gonna put you in a position where you can make your own money. That's what I'm gonna do. But I'm different. But yeah, that's just how they go, bro. Like, just wait until you retire. And on top of that, like, the time you with her, you already taking care of her. You know what I mean? You buying her whatever she wants. She got all the money she ever want, whatever she need. You taking her all these expensive ass trips, all these, these expensive ass restaurants. She always on the red carpet with you and all that stuff like that. She trying to build up her, her social media account. Cause at the end of the day, them kind of females think they bigger than the program. So they gonna try to be like, okay, I'm trying to be bigger than him. And you probably a star wide receiver. You probably went 3 years, won 3 Super Bowls, or you probably been NLB championship 3 years in a row, and you got these high stats and these crazy ass contracts. But you have females that really believe that they bigger than the program. It's like, nah, just play your position. So that's the problem. They try to be bigger than you. They try to compete with you. So them kind of females you gotta get rid of. But yeah, that's all you gotta do. Wait till you retire, and on top of that, get a fucking prenup. But at the end of the day, just because you have money, don't mean you need to be blowing money on her. Because keep in mind, she's not doing anything to help you make money or save money, bro. It's that simple. So at the end of the day, it's always, not even a dime a dozen. They're not even a dime a dozen. It's one out of every 2 females, bro. Like, you can easily replace her. Get you a female who really trying to build with you, bro, and go from there. It's that simple. But a lot of guys get blind by the spotlight and then the quick money. You know what I mean? They think it's gonna last forever. Like, nah, it won't last forever. You gotta prepare for your future, man. But that's what at the end of the day, that's what it is, bro. Like, you know, just be aware of that. And even if you're not a celebrity, I gotta say this too, bro. I mean, an athlete, still get a prenup, bro. If you really want to protect your assets, if you got a lot going on, get a prenup. But the best way to solve that problem is just to avoid it. What do you mean by that, AMA? Don't get married. It's that simple. Let her know. I'm gonna say this too, because I don't want you to be out here thinking you're a player. A lot of you not. Just because you watch a couple YouTube videos, all of a sudden you want to be a player. No, it don't work that way. Let her know off rip that, hey, this is what I got going on. Like, I'm gonna let you know right now, I'm not getting married. So if you cool with that, we can go ahead and keep moving forward. But if not, I understand. We'll go ahead and part our separate ways. A lot of times they'll try to convince you, like, okay, I'll just stick around them a little longer and convince them to marry me. So that's just what it is. So if you really heart set on not get married, just let her know, bro. Don't be one of them guys that's trying to drag her on. Like, nah, let her know, bro. Like, hey, I'm not looking to get married, so don't waste your time with that. If you do want to get married, I understand we go our separate ways. A lot of times you guys will go and play into, you know, her plan because she give you unlimited blowjobs or she look a certain way. Let's be honest, a lot of guys just be simple like that. So that's all it is to it, man. If you do want to get married, which I advise you not to get married, make sure you let her know off rip. Let's let her know off rip, bro. It's easy to tell them at the very beginning than in the middle of the relationship, because they're gonna use shaming tactics at that point. Like, oh, we've been together for 3 years and all this time we've been doing this, doing that, and all of a sudden you don't trust me. They gonna automatically go to that. They gonna automatically default to that, bro. So it's best when you first meet these females. I'm not saying right out the same day you meet them, but if y'all really just kicking it like that, you need to let them know right then and there, like within that way, hey, I don't know where this going, but I'm letting you know right now, like, yeah, I don't want to get married, or if you do want to get married, if I do get married, I need you to sign a prenup. That's all it is to it. Don't wait until 4, 5 years down the line, and all of a sudden you want not, she gonna hit you with that question like, oh, I want to get married, whatever like that, which is cool. You know what I mean? Which she should have did that shit at the beginning, but whatever, you know, stuff happens. Let her know, hey, if we get married, you gotta sign a prenup. Or if you that dude who know you ain't gonna never get married, let her know off real, like, hey, you know, I like you, you know, being around me and all stuff like that, but you know, I'm not looking to get married, so I don't want to, you know, get your hopes up. Just if you're not down with that, let me know. We can move. We can go ahead and go our separate ways. It's that simple. So that's the best way to protect your money. But yeah, like I said, a lot of them guys, and then you gotta say this, you gotta understand this too. They're the only person in a circle that's making money. Cause I've been around some of them athletes, bro. It's like the people that be around them, it's like they ain't nothing but leeches, bro. They don't tip. They don't never, you know, pay the tab because they ain't got no money. They just leeches. So it's easy to control one person when it's 20 or 30 of y'all. Same thing with the rappers, bro. Like most of them rappers, entourages be straight bums. That's all. They just straight bums. They ain't making no money. And of course you got some who trying to get on too. So you know they gotta go through their beginnings. But majority of them just bums. They ain't making them no money. You got the road manager. That's it. You know, besides them little, you know, them fake ass security guards. That's it. The rest of them just straight bums. So that's just what it is. So you know, an athlete, let alone a star athlete, majority of people in those circles are just bums. They just leeches. They not making them no money. The agent, he not hanging out with them at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. He at home with his fucking kids asleep. He like, nah, what the fuck I'm hanging out with y'all losers for? I'll call you when I need you to do something. Other than that, they not hanging out with them. They not. Granted, they might do that every now and then, but all of them ain't doing that. Most of them agents, they middle-aged dudes. They ain't got time for that, bro. So that's just reality. So letting you guys know right now, if you smart, if you want to stay rich or you want to become wealthy, stop hanging around these poor people. Cause I know it looks good on social media. Yeah, man, you know, we got an $8,000 tab, which is the dumbest shit ever. Like, bro, you could have bought, you know what you could do with $8,000? But that's what it is. It's been controlled by the bums. And of course, they addicted to social media because they don't have an actual personality. So that's what they do. They hang around these bums, make it look good on social media over there, helping him blow his money. But they'll never let him borrow money or nothing like that. They'll never help him because they ain't got no money. They ain't got no resources at all to help him. No money. They don't know anybody important. They can put them on to a great investment. Nothing. They don't have any great ideas. Nothing. They just bums. So you know when that happens, I'm not surprised. You know I don't care because they just dumb. That's the part of downside of being a simp. You always gonna be at the bottom. If you're a simp, same thing with a hoe. Like The hoe has certain benefits, but as time go on, she started to age out, them benefits disappear. That's just how it go. So, you know, a hoe can come up, but a lot of them just dumb. A lot of them are just dumb. At the end of the day of them hoeing, and then, you know, of course, they're gonna be popping up with kids by random dudes, they never benefit. A smart hoe would easily come up in that industry because he has unlimited access to all these people that has money, whether they, you know, they famous or not. But she has unlimited access to all these dudes with money, but they just get stuck on using their body, and they never get them nowhere. Yeah, you go on a nice trip, you go on a couple, you know, some restaurants, you probably get like a purse or something like that. But you know, not saying, you know, it don't happen. I know it happens, but it's very far in between to where you'll see a hoe actually come up. She got a house that's paid for. She got a couple cars that's paid for. She got money in her account. She got stuff going on, you know, to what she ain't got to be there to run the business. The average hoe ain't gonna never experience that because they're not looking for that. They thinking that them being a hoe is gonna last forever. But a smart hoe, oh yeah, she'll get in when she can. Like if you gonna do it, don't be a hoe after your prime. It may sound crazy, but you want the highest bidder, bro. You want the best opportunities ever. If you gonna be a hoe in your prime. As soon as you, whatever the legal age limit is, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and link up with these damn celebrities, these damn athletes. Me personally, they should hook up with the athletes because they money is bigger than a damn rapper or movie star. No. Go do that. You ain't gotta sleep around now. Just get in the circle and start networking, and yeah, that's how you do it if you smart. But if you just a simple hoe, yeah, you gonna fail. You gonna crash and burn. Cause as soon as you age out, that's it. But yeah, anyway, guys, like I say, he's not the first, he's not the last. Again, I'm surprised of the you know, the response from the black women in the comment section. I don't know if they just white worshiping or whatever, but if that was the case, they would be talking shit about them. They didn't say nothing negative. You know, the comments I read, they was like, you just got the wrong white woman. Go get you a good white woman. I'm like, well, there you go. So, you know, I know there's a lot of, you know, with the investment going on, a lot of, you know, black women that hate black guys. I know there's a lot of that going on, but, you know, keep in mind there are some, you know, that's not like that. But other than that, you know, yeah, it is what it is, bro. Like I said, if he knew better, he'd do better. But like I say, man, just wait until when you retire, and then even after you retire, still get the prenup. Don't get married while you active in the, you know, in the league. Don't waste time with that. And on top of that, because you got this money, don't automatically mean that you need to be blowing money on some female, bro. Don't do that. Especially if she ain't doing the same for you. Now, granted, she ain't no, you know, multi-millionaire. You know what I mean? We understand that. But if she not doing stuff for you, then you waste your time. It's that simple. A lot of you guys get caught up in, oh, let me impress her. Fuck that. Nah, they ain't gonna never. All she looking at you is a simp, bro. That's why all those females that go to these damn athletes, they know they dumb. They just done with a lot of money. So anyway, yeah, if you guys like the video, let me know down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and, you know, donate to the Cash App. Until next time.